Yeah. But before we sign off, I do want to speak about what people think about the releases, good, bad, whatever. That they deserve what they should get, a lot of stuff. Yeah, I don't want to talk about where they could possibly go, because if they still want to continue wrestling, I'm fine with them wherever they go, as long as they still get a chance. But your thoughts on the 10 people release?
Samoa Joe makes
no sense.
And also, one more last thing. And will this bite them in the ass? Because that's what a lot of people saying too, that you kind of not be careful who you're releasing.
I think Samoa Joe will bite them on the ass, because it's going to look bad upon them for releasing him. Mm-hmm. The Iconics, yes, because the Iconics, more so than knocking the Riot Squad. I like the Riot Squad, but they are better workers and on the mic than the Riot Squad. Better than Mandy and Dana. The Iconics were great, and
the Iconics,
yes, and if you look at social media of pretty much anybody right now, they're all posting pictures, not of pretty much anyone else who's released. People are posting pictures of them with Peyton and Billy, talking about how nice they are, how much they loved working with them. Peyton and Billy, I think they fucked up on.
I mean,
so, yeah, I think that's a big
Sasha Banks was so pissed off about losing the tag titles to them that she got them fired 2 years later.
Yeah.
Mercedes did, not Sasha. Mercedes did. Remember, there's a difference.
No. She was in full Sasha mode.
That's Mercedes.
It was like one of my least favorite moments of watching any interview segment was when Austin asked her if this was the right or bad decision, and she was like, and she talked to Austin like she's talking to a child, like, it was not the right decision. Like, shut up. Of course you're gonna say that because you lost the titles.
Chelsea Green, I don't think is a big loss for WWE.
They didn't invest in her enough for her to.
Yeah, they didn't invest in her.
To me, she got a raw deal. That's what I think. Like they just. Yeah.
Actually, if we want to get technical, she got a SmackDown deal, but that's neither here or there.
Mickie James. I mean,
my thing is, it's not a loss, but y'all could have used her as a veteran,
plus, she was doing commentary in NXT lately.
Yeah, but I think
takeovers.
But they're cutting their line. Like, they were thinking, like, okay, we're not gonna feature her again, so she might as well go. I think Mickie James is Hall of Fame bound in 2 or 3 years.
Same here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now she might not agree with that because Mickie James had that opinion of like just because she hit a certain age as a woman does not mean she's over the hill, which she's right.
Yes.
But we'll see.
Mm-hmm. And I got the list, Joe. So if you need, I got you.
Bo Dallas, I don't think is a huge. It sucks for him. I love Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas's future is not in wrestling. He wants to be a real estate agent. So I think it might work better for him in the long run. It still sucks because I love Bo Dallas. I think he was awesome.
To me, it was talent. The talent wasted though. They could have used a lot.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Guys.
Lower it down.
Yeah.
We can't see it.
Move it down.
Down.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Is the light not going off enough?
No, it was above the camera.
Yeah. All you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
All you got to do.
No.
All they had to
do. One of my favorite shirts.
Can't even do that.
Mm-hmm.
Samoa Joe, Iconics, Mickie James,
Callisto.
I think it's kind of a fuck. It's not a big loss, but it's kind of a fuck up at the same time because they invested titles into him. They have masks that they easily could have sold for him.
And
from a marketing standpoint.
And if you ever listen to Callisto outside, of the characters or stuff, he is one of the better talkers. Like, he's one of the more eloquent talkers that you can find. So he was a good ambassador for them.
Yeah.
He had a cool. He had the cool mask. He could talk. He had the fancy moves. He had the indie talent. Like it was almost a complete package for from a marketing standpoint. I think they would have gotten back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they want
James and I watched.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No.
James and he and I watched like the Dead Meat podcast, and they had him on there being interviewed about like horror movies and stuff. And dude's super enthusiastic. Granted, his really enthusiastic promo on Raw kind of shot him in the foot like 5 years ago, but that's that.
My problem with Callisto is not him. It's just WWE trying to find a next Rey Mysterio, and they not being successful with it. And they need to just stop. And that's what they seem to try to do. They're trying to find a place for Rey Mysterio, but it's never worked. Because that was Sin Cara, kind of Callisto way. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And it just, Oh, Wesley Blake. Which I'm just saying, not a loss, but again, they could have did something with him,
Yeah, it's not
even
if you take
he can't get the
raw
raw end.
like,
even get Murphy the TV.
Yeah, you never want to see anyone lose their job. Like, it's
But see, Wesley different. He asked for a release and he granted, so he's the only one that's happy with it. 'Cause he wanted to leave, but because he figured out that the whole Forgotten Sons thing went. He's like, "What's the point?"
Like, they're not going to do
and
anything.
It was kind of
Yeah, I think this might be actually good for Wesley if he wants to, go out on the indies, try to work on the craft more, build a buzz. It's gonna be better for him. He's gonna I think Wesley could be one of those slow starters. Try to build momentum so until he gets to an NWA or something.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do the indies and then do like NWA or Impact. He would blend it with them.
But then again, only one person of the Forgotten Sons is an actual, okay, not an official, but it's for all intents and purposes more or less a white supremacist, and that's the only guy who's still on the roster. I'm not going to mention
because he's a big guy, and I don't want to. I'm saying that speculating. Apparently, no proof of it. His boss and him kind of are on the same side when it comes to the political spectrum. Not the white supremacist part. So
someone had to deliver that money to the rioters, and I think we know who the man for the job was apparently.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's cut it here before we get thrown off the air or whatever.
Two more names.
Mojo and Tucker. Yeah,
Mojo and Tucker. Mojo, no big loss. I'm not a Mojo Raleigh fan.
Oh, shocker.
That was written on the wall. We've been waiting for Mojo and stuff. Yeah. But
Tucker.
But one thing, scary thing, the hype bros might come back, though. That's
no, actually, they Cardona, he never really wants to tag with Mojo again.
No.
Okay.
Although I'm sure if money speaks and they're at some indie that they would do it, but
I think
he doesn't have any beef against him. He just doesn't want. He just didn't have a good time.
I think Mojo signs with AEW, and after 2 months of showing up on Dark Elevation or Dark Evaluation or whatever, he's gonna be ranked number 2 singles guy in the company.
And that's the Masahita joke of the week.
I mean, do you not see that this could happen?
It could.
The guy
I can see him being TNA.
The guy from Acclaimed got to be number 1 for a week, or was fighting for the number 1 spot anyway.
Then Tucker, Tucker, I felt got a raw deal because he was okay with Otis, but they didn't really do anything after that.
Well,
and I think that's kind of bad.
I feel bad for Tucker because they never really did. They never really had him and Otis have their program.
No.
Yeah.
They just, the very next night after he turned on Otis, he was chasing the 24/7 title.
Yeah.
It was and I think there was an upside to Tucker. I think Tucker is actually might be screwed by AEW because they like to push the big guys. It would be, and he can go. He can move. He's not slow or anything. I think he's gonna land on his feet.
And I want to throw in a negative that everybody thinks AEW because the good bros went to Impact.
That's not. I'm not saying it is a bad thing. I think actually AEW might actually use it, but
yeah. So, but the Iconics was bad because the whole thing of them breaking up. Because the things the Iconics to me are great work, good workers, but wonderful, awesome characters. They can really, when they was on the screen, smile to my face. I wasn't never bored or anything. They was always 100% when they was on screen and stuff like that. And they kept it. They worked together well together.
And people would complain that they were annoying, but you don't understand. They're supposed to be annoying.
Exactly.
That's the gimmick. That's
exactly.
I don't know. I don't understand why. Like, a lot of people rejoiced when the Iconics got released and said, no, they're trash in the ring. They can't cut a promo and everything. But then again, all your gripes about them are related to the character they're presenting. It's it's the same reason people hate the Miz. It's you see
Pat
the guy,
McAfee.
or Pat McAfee.
Oh, no. He's just a douchebag. He's not annoying. That's the difference.
No, he plays the douchebag and he plays it to perfection. That's what.
Yes, he does. That's why I say I can dislike him. But y'all acting like he's the grace from God or something. See?
Well, he's a grace from somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. See? But no, you're right. But no, the thing is because it's not they doing their heel jobs. But the point is, when they faces, they still don't like them. So it's just like it's weird. Like, how can anyone like heel Sasha? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
but I think for the Iconics, they were lovable at the same time. So they especially like what Billy was doing. Like Billy's whole little shtick lately, that easily got gotten over as a babyface gimmick with her being pushed aside.
She stole the scene at the Royal Rumble last year.
Yeah, she did.
Yes, and that's what I was worried about. Billy, I'm like, how they gonna do with Billy without Peyton? Because they work
and
together, but Billy shined very well by herself. Did nothing with Peyton, so yeah.
And Peyton that was not featured at all.
That'd be interesting.
Like, I don't know. Like, maybe the writing was on the wall for. Maybe the writing was on the wall for Peyton once Lacey, took the maternity leave. But I think they were splitting up anyways. But
I did too.
It's kind of weird. Like, you have these things. You have these. I don't know. You have these elements to do something, and you choose. You don't do anything with them, and then you throw them away. And I don't know, Samoa Joe is, I don't know, I'm flabbergasted by Samoa Joe. I don't know why. It's weird.
We've been saying
for the longest time, ain't we, about Joe to get back in the ring, and then I'm assuming he's fit now. So why not put him back in the ring? It just makes no sense.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
James.
don't know. Maybe they wouldn't put him back in the ring, and he asked for his release. So the fact is, we don't know.
Yeah, the thing is, it could be the Macho Man thing, because when Macho Man was doing commentary, they didn't want him to wrestle. But Joe wanted to, so maybe that could be it. Or I don't like the thing about injury prone. It's just like he wasn't that bad. It's just that every time around WrestleMania, that's some sort of ace reporting what you're saying. But that's not like the whole thing, the whole idea. It's the idea. Inside thing.
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna throw it out at anyone. I mean, throw it in, but that's Joe. You were saying
I said he could have did commentating and he could did wrestling again. What gets me about this
he was doing outside projects for them as well. Like, he was the guy. He was
exactly yes.
He was the guy that they had pick up AJ Styles from the airport and bring him to them. And like you would think this is a company guy. This is a guy that they trust with doing stuff. He did the whole thing on the bump with they were promoting the car and doing the.
The fort, whatever. Yeah, I got
you. Real grit, something like that.
Yeah, and I thought Joe was gonna be like retired in WWE. Now I know we're not gonna say about future, but I'm gonna give you a twist, Joe.
One moment here. I'm actually gonna be taken off. I forgot to end the pod a little bit ago from this one, so I'm just gonna end this one here. Mohammed, are you still recording on your end?
I am, yes.
Okay, I'm going to be ending the pod here, so we'll see you guys next week, and happy podcasting.
All right.
Forgot to And a little bit when we first started talking about this one.
I think if you're gonna cut this, then you can just cut the whole thing about the releases because it's gonna feel weird that you just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it on YouTube. I'm gonna have it on YouTube, James. Don't worry.
No problem. And I just want to say this, and you can go, Joe. Is that I'd rather have Joe not sign anyone, but just do a tour around the world.
Or I would rather
make a lot of money.
I would rather have Joe do a podcast with 3 of his best friends. Never.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
I personally want.
No sign with Ring of Honor, no sign with AEW. Just go. He can do Ring of Honor, but then go to other different promotions.
If he's not gonna sign with anyone, I would still bring him in as an outsider into the G1 Classic for New Japan.
Oh yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I personally think if they do Joe that way, they have him as like almost like mid 2000s, early 2010s type style of having people appear just strictly on pay-per-views and stuff like that. Like G1, he does a thing there. He's not signing with the New Japan. He's just there doing G1. Final Battle, he pops up to have like a match of like Gresham. I mean, off the top of my head, that's be the best match I can think of.
Joe O'Connor picks Gresham as the top opponent in Ring of Honor. Shocker.
Even though it's gonna be Jay Lethal,
I'd be okay. I'd be cool with that still.
Funny enough, it's
gonna be Brody King. They're gonna
He's gonna be Cody when Cody got released. And before Cody signed Ring of Honor, how Cody went to different promotions and did that and just hopped to different things and stuff.
Yeah, and then he can pop on to AEW and do a 3-week program with Cody where he gets.
Well, I could see Joe doing like a cameo appearance in like a ladder match or Battle Royal in AEW, and then maybe having like a one-off match on Dynamite like a month later, and then have him face off with like Cody or somebody.
I honestly.
Sorry, I do not see him doing NWA or MLW.
No, I don't see him in NWA or MLW, but. If the NWA can land him, I think this could be the guy who could turn it around for them.
I do too.
This would be the guy who brings.
I will agree, but they need. And I'm sorry to say, they don't have a decent TV deal to a certain friend of mine because he doesn't even want to pay to see them anyway. So once that happens, then they can start signing people. But yes,
right.
But you can ahead and go, Joe.
All right. Well, I'm going to go grab some. All right. I've been released too. Damn it.
Yeah, we wish you. Go ahead and get your food, Joe. We wish you the best in your future culinary
endeavor.
In your future meals. We have to customize it. Pete, you've been quiet over there. What do you think about these releases?
Yeah, it's been. All right, take it easy, guys.
Say, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
What was that? Sorry.
Yeah, Pete, you've been quiet. During this discussion. What do you think about the releases?
I think they definitely dropped the ball with Samoa Joe. That's a given. Iconics, that was awesome. They should have never split them up. So in a way, I'm kind of glad they've got released so they can bring them back together in whatever promotion they go to.
I mean,
as far as the others, not a big loss really. Yeah. But Iconics definitely. I'm happy for them because they can be back together now. But it's a shame they didn't do it in WA. Drop the ball massively.
Yeah, have you guys seen Tucker on Twitter? Like, he seems to be really clear about this.
Yeah. I think he's just trying to come off this whole thing and trying to get a bit of limelight on him by doing that.
A little bit of a buzz.
Yeah.
And you should, because you NXT with a tag team, then we can hear why they broke up. And then once they broke up, you probably think they promised they're going to do this and do that because you notice they didn't continue the feud. They just kicked them off to Raw.
Yeah. Honestly,
and then now they're not nothing for you.
Yeah, honestly, I think if it wasn't for Chad Gable, you would have seen Otis on that list as well.
Absolutely. And that's a good gimmick as well because they've got history. I'm down with it.
Yeah,
I'm down with it.
I really think if Otis and Chad Gable had not formed that team like when they did, and Otis was still doing his own thing, they would have released him by this time too. Because since he lost the Money in the Bank, he's been doing nothing until.
Yeah.
So I got something for you, Pete. I know Master Heater won't like it, but Bacon ice cream cone.
What's sorry?
Bacon ice cream.
Bacon ice cream cone.
Bacon ice cream cone.
Bacon ice.
Yeah.
I don't know. That could work. Sweet and savory kind of goes together.
Yeah, but basically you use a sugar cone, wrap it in aluminum foil, then you wrap the bacon and put it in the oven. So the bacon is like a cone.
Yeah.
And then you put chocolate in there, and you put ice cream in there. Yeah.
That don't sound too bad. That don't sound too bad.
Yeah.
I'd try it. I'd definitely try it.
It doesn't sound too bad going, I mean, like as a taste or anything, but then again, it's a heart attack waiting to happen.
Everything is, though, Master Heater. Everything is. No, I'm just happy. And like the Iconics, people saying, well, AEW because of Shawn Spears, but I think they'd be great at Impact because Impact has a woman tag team, so they can shine in Impact better and stuff like that. Yeah, see? So,
I don't know. Like,
there's a lot of places.
I don't know. Like, I don't want AEW. Honestly, should not sign any new women until they have a structure for how their women's division is going to go. Because
I agree with you. I want them to sign Mickie James and they use that veteran experience to teach or coach or something that.
Mickie James, and when Serena Deeb comes back, they have two foundations there for them.
Yeah, to
build on. But
I agree with you with that.
It's the whole idea of hot shotting, these angles, and I don't know. Like I think they think about we want to have Shida versus Abadu, so let's go full speed into that match, and then Abadu, back to dark for you. They need a structure. They need a better.
I get you.
Yeah, they need a better division. They have.
Yeah, but see,
they don't.
It's to the point now. I know, but they just don't have the women revolution thing, and that's kind of thing they're trying to compete with that and stuff and have women matches when they don't really have a division yet.
Yeah, that's exactly. And but they have this. Yeah, they have a golden opportunity because I think everyone has pretty much written their women's division off, so they can start to slowly build it under the radar while no one is paying attention, and all of a sudden, you have a women's division.
Yeah. They can. They'll get there and stuff. And Joe, here's a funny thing. I would love Joe to AEW not to wrestle, but just do commentary. Because I think it'll be a vast improvement for them on commentary.
Yeah, but he has to do the commentary on Dynamite. I'm sorry, their YouTube.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Dynamite,
yeah.
No, Dynamite for sure.
We've already got Big Show, ain't you, so on commentary.
Yeah, who they get rid of, I don't know. Because, like me, I think JR should just scale back and just do main event matches. And have him, Tony, and Excalibur, because they're not going to get rid of Excalibur. But then I heard other people they should get rid of Tony Schiavone. I'm like, I don't know. So,
Schiavone, honestly, Schiavone more than anyone is the viewers, is the audience's point of view into this thing. He's like, whoa, that is awesome, or whoa, this is...
Yeah.
Or it's Sting. And... Yeah, but then again, Shivani's getting a little cartoonish when he does that Sting thing, because when he did it last week when Sting was coming, I was like, it's Sting. It's I laughed, I liked it, but it was like, but I'm one of the people who likes cartoonish stuff, but not everyone's gonna like it like me. But
I ain't know anything about it till they brought it up. I'm like, did he used to do that back in the day? I didn't know.
I did not know either. But it's something that he does now. Let's forget about back in the day.
Exactly.
But I don't know. AEW, I think it's the problem is a lot of people. If they sign Joe, a lot of people are gonna jump on that bandwagon again of oh, you're gonna just pick up anyone the WWE leaves out in the cold.
It's definitely going to be brought up.
It's always been like that.
It's definitely going to be brought up.
Oh, it's always been brought up.
It's always been like and that. But Big Show and Christian, the double punch had a lot of people talking, which is unfair, honestly. Okay, Christian's ready to wrestle. You're not going to pick him up. What the hell? You got to get him.
Exactly. And I'm saying, and I'm sorry, Samoa Joe's a big catch of you be a fool not to get him if he's interested in being with your company and working with you, be an idiot not to. Now, they can just get Joe. I'm not saying get Bo Dallas or Wesley Blake if they still want to see wrestling. So that's going to be the thing. But
they're not
always
going
to get that.
They're not going to go after the others. I mean, if they're going to like pick someone off, they're going to go for Joe. Maybe the women.
And my thing is, they always going to have that issue because they the second thing there. So it's always going to be that way. So like when Christian showed up, like, oh God, he went there, and like soon enough, even P, like he's going for the title. It was just a segment, and he's not. He's going his way up there. So they always gonna get that negative flack.
Yeah. Which I honestly like. I did not like that he came out in the segment, teased the championship match, and then just move back to the end of the line. It's kind of like if I'm watching this, I'm like, wasn't this guy supposed to feel like if I'm a casual, if I'm not following, and wasn't this guy supposed to be fighting the champ by now?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like what TNA
that's how
did
we train to do.
Yeah, it's kind of like what TNA did when they first signed him. They had him confront Jeff Jarrett, but then he went back to Monty Brown. But then again, TNA did not delay. They just, Monty Brown and then direct to Jeff Jarrett right after.
Yeah. Stuff like that. No, I get you. So, but hopefully they go somewhere good, and I hope there's any more releases, because I was shocked there was no NXT releases, because usually it used to be main roster, then the NXT.
Yeah, I know, but it might be coming. It still might be...
Oh, yeah. Chelsea Green,
Usually it's the no names.
No, Chelsea moved up to SmackDown, then got injured on her first match.
Okay.
Yeah, she injured her hand. So yeah, no NXT people yet. And usually when I say NXT people, it's just usually people that's in the performance center you never heard of, or not making any improvements, and they slowly just cut 5 or 6 of them away. And stuff.
Yeah.
I'm thinking no one that's on TV NXT will be getting released.
I mean, like, no, I don't think any one of the people they're featuring now is going to be released. But then again, there are a lot of people who are not featured right now. Like I was saying when we were chatting the other day, I am scared for Oni Larkin and Danny Burch because they got taken off TV at the worst time possible.
And they broke them up too. Not them, but the whole thing.
They broke up the Pat McAfee thing, and since Pat McAfee's on SmackDown, I don't see him coming back to NXT. So this is sort of dead and dead.
Either.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like if they're gone, who's going to be there to talk Pete Dunne's ear off while he's going to the ring?
Well, it's going to be interesting. We'll see.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, it has been good. Of course, remember Stone Cold Steve Austin is later tonight. A&E. I know y'all foreigners, since I'm a Yank.
There are ways. We'll find a way.
Yeah, I know. Try and find it.
Yeah. No,
there's another show on as well tonight.
Don't say how you're going to find it on the air, Pete. We don't want to,
No, obviously.
Yeah.
There's another show as well tonight. WWE's Greatest Treasures. Have you heard of that?
Oh, is that tonight?
That's today, 18th. That's today.
Oh, okay. I forgot. That's gonna be awesome. Honestly, I'm looking forward to that more.
Try and find that too.
Yeah. Did you guys watch the?
Interesting to see what they can find.
Did you guys watch the whole Broken Skull Sessions thing with Jericho yet, or I only watched that?
Yeah, I've seen it. I watched it on the Sunday it came out.
Couldn't wait, huh?
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
it opens doors.
I'm checking for you now. To me, it doesn't really open the door because it's how can I say?
It kind of
it was Vince. No, it's Vince, but it's more Peacock content. And the thing is Jericho talking about his time in WCW and WWE, which kind of Vince owns. And so it's basically a former employee talking about stuff in a controlled WWE environment. If you really want to break the door, what's that?
I'm just saying. Finish your thought and then I'll.
If you're really breaking the door, you have like Bucks, Cody, or Tony Khan, something like that. Someone that has nothing like that. They're not going to talk about anything WWE related. It's going to be what they're doing now. Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. And like Tony Khan, Moxley, everyone is talking about like we're open to work with WWE, and I'm like, yeah, well, of course, like you're baby facing yourself in this scenario, like because WWE has nothing to gain from working with AEW.
No.
On the other hand, AEW has a lot to gain from WWE. They're being acknowledged by the number one, but it's like, why would Vince say I'm gonna work with AEW and then like instead of like putting my guys over, even if they go over in matches, I'm just gonna bring in these guys from other companies, shine some spotlight on them, and lose some of the viewers to them. That's not gonna happen. It's
and Vince never works with anybody that way. Yeah, the Treasures comes on right after the Stone Cold biography thing, the National Trust. But that's what people are saying. It's not breaking the door. It's just a former WWE employee that's talking about WWE stuff.
Yeah, it's still good for AEW like because, if someone does not know what...
it is, but I'm just... Yeah, but people are like, oh, this not... No, it's a former employee. And like you said, it's a controlled environment. Yeah. So
yeah, it's a taped interview where they can edit out everything they can, where they know what questions
exactly.
What they're gonna do. And Chris Jericho's not a dummy. Chris Jericho knows how to play ball. He's gonna be as diplomatic as possible. He as much as he could, he plugged AEW, but like you're not gonna get more than what he gave you there. That's as much as that's as far as they're gonna give you.
Would you agree if it was really knocking the door, it'd be Tony Khan or Bucks or someone that have no history of WWE? Someone that'd be more, I don't want to say controversial, not saying anything negative, but someone like, what would they be talking about? That's basically what it is.
I mean, I'd agree that we breaking the door, but then I would see no sense if you're gonna do that crossover. I see no sense in doing it on the Steve Austin show. It should be on one of your TV shows. Should be on something.
Exactly. Should be on exactly. Because that's what I'm saying. Yes. Yeah. Because all that does is help Peacock. It's not helping WWE. It's helping Peacock get more views.
And it's not a mainstream crossover. It's a niche crossover. If you put them on the Stone Cold podcast, it's like, oh, there's a Stone Cold podcast on Peacock. I better see that. I mean,
exactly. See. So I understand. I figure he'll have an interview. It's an interview, of course. But yeah, it's.
I mean, if Steve Austin ever goes back to podcasting, he might have them on because Austin's the Stone Cold podcast is just every week now they're just adding classic episodes from back when. He doesn't do any new ones anymore apparently. So we're just doing the Broken Skull sessions.
Which is that? So no, I'm happy for him. It was good, stuff like that. But yeah, no mean anything. It's all business. That's what it is. Just business.
It's good content. Yeah, it's like you said. It's Peacock content. It's a good way to jump on.
And they need that.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I was after Mania. So yeah. All right, gents. I'll let y'all go. You have a wonderful afternoon or evening. Compared to time, and I'll talk to y'all in chat.
Okay, buddy.
Thank you for joining us on the Outlaw Macho Drive-In. If you liked that video, please click like and subscribe to our channel for more content from the Drive-In. For full episodes of our podcast, you may look us up on Anchor, Spotify, or wherever your favorite podcasts are available. Just search for Outlaw Macho Drive-In. And if it's not too much trouble, would you help us out here? Spread the word, share. We would really appreciate it. Thank you. We love you. Bye.